Welcome to John Lewis 3D Learning. In this presentation, we are going to learn acids, bases and salts chapter. The topic is importance of pH, that is uses of the pH values. So there are lots of applications of pH values. First of all, our human body works better from 7 to 7.8 pH value. So even though the pH value ranges from 0 to 14, our human body works better in this narrow pH value, that is 7 to 7.8 only. So our blood is almost 7.5, around 7.5. Okay, similarly, animals and plants also work better in the same pH range, 7 to 7.8. So next is agriculture. So in the agriculture field, the value of pH is very important. See, most of the crops grow well or better in different conditions. Some crops grow in acidic soil, some crops grow better in neutral soil, and some crops grow very well in alkaline soil. For example, let us take here, rice grows in the acidic soil. So the pH value of the soil should be slightly less than 7. And sugarcane grows better when the soil is neutral. It should neither be acidic nor be alkaline. And third one, citrus fruits. All the citrus fruits, they grow better in alkaline soil. So when the soil's nature changes, the crop may not be, they may not yield a very good yield. So the production will be much less than what we expect. Therefore, the conditions of the soils, the pH value of the soils are very important. So that is why the people working in agriculture field, they go to different fields, they test the soil. The first thing what they do is they test the pH value of the soil, whether that pH value is suitable for that particular crop or not. That is what they will do the first test. Okay, so therefore pH value is very important in agriculture field. So next, acid rain. So rain water is pure, therefore the pH value will be neutral, that is 7. But actually the rain water, if you catch rain water and if you measure the pH value, it will be less than 7. You know why? Or when it is less than 7, that is called acidic in nature, am I right? So therefore if the pH value is less than 5.6, that is called acid rain. Suppose you catch rain water and measure the pH value, instead of 7, if it is slightly less, it's okay. If it is less than 5.6, that is acid rain. How the pH value is reduced from 7 to 5.6? So when rain drops falls, so there are lots of industries giving out smokes. Every industry is giving out smokes. They contain oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, then oxides of nitrogen. See, all these oxides, see, the rain falls as water from top, so maybe from the clouds. So okay, let us say this is cloud. So let us say, let us consider this is cloud, and it's rain is falling out. Okay, the lots of industries are giving out smokes. So let us consider this is an industry. So this is an industry giving out smoke. So these smokes contain what? Oxides of sulfur, that is sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, oxides of nitrogen, and then carbon dioxide. Everything is there. So they react with water. See, oxides of sulfur react with water, forms sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Then nitrogen dioxide reacts with water, forms nitric acid, HNO3. And carbon dioxide forms carbonic acid, H2CO3. So therefore, when the acid content is more, that is the oxides of nitrogen, sulfur and carbon is more in the smoke given out by the factories, they react with the rainwater and forms acids. So when they fall on the earth, so that they create lots of damages on the earth. So what are the damages that can cause? So that reduces the fertility of the soil. So when acid rain falls, what will happen? The soil's pH value will be reduced, am I right? Because that is acidic in nature. And second thing, it may destroy the marine life. So fishes and so many other lives, no, they are all living in water, and their so life is in question mark. So they destroy the marine life, and then they damage the monuments also. So we have lots of statues, monuments, no, in commemoration of so many historical events. See, all those monuments are also affected by the acid rains. Okay, therefore, in order to maintain the pH value of the rainwater closer to the neutral, the factory should not emit lots of smokes. They should not give out carbon dioxide, they should not give out oxides of nitrogen. So that is why that pollution control board, they have a strong restriction, no, on all industries. So the emission should not exceed this level. If the emission exceeds that level, the factory will be shut down or they will be fined for that. Okay, that is why, so there also they will measure the pH value very near the industrial areas. When it rains, the first thing what they do is they catch the rainwater and measure the pH value, whether that is within the limit or it is beyond the limit. So next is medical field. So in medical field, so most of the diseases are diagnosed by finding out the pH value of the blood and urine. So for a normal person, so he has no disease, he is very normal, he is hale and healthy, and for that person, what will be the pH value of the blood, what will be the pH value of the urine? They are all standard, but if it deviates from that standard value, that means what? The person has got some disease, and based on the changes in pH value, some of the diseases are diagnosed. So that's very important. So blood and urine pH values are very important to find out if a person is healthy or not. So finally, digestive system. So in the stomach, so hydrochloric acid is secreted, no, for digesting our food. See, sometimes we don't eat on time, and if the stomach is left empty for a long period, the hydrochloric acid created in the stomach, that creates acidity in the stomach, no, therefore it start corroding the skin of the stomach, therefore it start irritating, so burning, no, it is sometimes our stomach is empty, it starts burning. It is due to the excess presence of what? Hydrochloric acid. So such time what we have to do? So hydrochloric acid excess is present in stomach, that is if you are not taking food on time, this is what will happen. So the pH value will be more, the pH value will be less, that means more acidity will be there. So in order to compensate that, what we need to do? We need to take antacid tablets. So what is that? Milk of magnesia, that is what is called milk of magnesia. The formula of milk of magnesia is magnesium hydroxide. That is nothing but what? Magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium valency 2, hydroxide valency 1. If we interchange MgOH twice. See, simply I am not writing MgOH twice from memory. Every time when you are writing the formula of a chemical compound, write the symbol, write the valency, simplify and then exchange, and you derive the formula. So that is the way we can enhance our memory. That is how we should learn chemistry. Okay. I think one more thing, one more application is also there. I mentioned this is the last one, but I think there is one more. What is that? Tooth decay. See, sometimes we get tooth pain and we have to remove the tooth because that is highly spoiled, it cannot be used anymore. So what is the cause? We take excess sweets and chocolates. When we take excess sweets and chocolates, what happens? The pH value in the mouth comes down to 5.5. So even though the hardest part of our body is our tooth enamel, so tooth enamel is the hardest part of our body. Okay, even that is destroyed or damaged when the pH value goes below 5.5. So that is why what is secreted in our mouth? Saliva is secreted, which is slightly alkaline in nature. So it neutralizes the acidic thing what we accumulate by taking sweets and chocolate. In order to neutralize that, saliva is secreted in our body. Sometimes that may not be enough. That is why we are using toothpaste. So toothpaste also alkaline in nature. it neutralizes the acidity in this mouth. So that is how we can, by measuring the pH value, we can easily find out various diseases in medical field. Even see here, if you take excess sweets and chocolate, the pH value goes beyond 5.5, that is less than 5.5, then that will damage our entire teeth. Even the hardest part of our body, tooth enamel, cannot withstand that. That will be corroded and our tooth had to be removed. So only for that we are using toothpaste to neutralize that. And even naturally saliva is created, but the saliva created secreted in our mouth is what? It is slightly alkaline. It may not be enough. Suppose you are taking excess sweets and chocolates, so this alkalinity in saliva may not be enough to neutralize that. That is why doctors say what? After consuming every food, you need to brush your teeth using toothpaste. That will neutralize the acidity in the mouth. Okay, I think one more, I'm sorry. So one more application is also there. What is that? Bee stings. So when some bee stings our skin, what happens? It starts irritating. It is itching. Am I right? So why? Because they inject formic acid. So that makes that irritation. So in order to neutralize that, what we need to apply? We need to apply some alkaline substance. So that is what is known as antacid. So what antacid is used? Baking soda is used. So baking soda is slightly alkaline in nature. When it is rubbed on that spot, that irritation will be neutralized. Okay, so why when bee stings it starts irritating or itching? Because the bee inject formic acid into our body. So when the acid content is there, what will happen? So it start itching. Okay, so therefore the pH value will be reduced there. When acid is injected, the pH value will be reduced. So that is damaging to our body. So therefore we have to rub it with baking soda. Hope you enjoyed learning with me. Thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please click the like button and share it with your friends. Until we meet next time. Bye bye.